Yeah. Oh, was his birthday? Oh, birthdays get you up on this. Yeah. Yep, they get it. They get a sleep. I think you're involved in every club. You missed us last night. We were at Winers and Diners. Oh, I did miss that. Yeah, you were in every club.
Well, I was surprised. One of the reasons I took care of it. And then my wife was brave enough to meet me with her kids when 2 years. Oh, yeah. I couldn't just today. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first year I did it. I did some setup stuff for the new rental car show. My nieces, my wife has a shop up in there. Brought down his car and everything, and so we were hanging out with him. He brought down his car? Yeah, he did. And you?
I worked for the incubation group since a couple of years. And then someone asked me if I would come in the business and help me to make sure the food trucks had all the equipment taken care of. So I did that. And had friends and family that came through, so that got me busy.
Yep, yep.
I actually had a friend that a Porsche fanatic that he built it.
Go. All right, everyone. Hey, how about those Wildcats? Yeah. Let's hear it for football. Women's basketball. Men's basketball. Volleyball. All right. And as long as you're already standing, say hi to Bruce Monroe, our district governor, who's here with us today. And as you know, President Garamella is going to be speaking with us today, but he really knows how to have a good time because he's got to leave us early because he gets to go to Yuma. So so we've changed around the agenda a little bit today to accommodate that. So we're going to do the things that we usually do before the speaker, we're now going to do after. So we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So thank you and join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. And in the interest of time, no song, so have a seat. I know. We'll do 2 songs next time, all right, Bobby? No, somebody says no. All right. Let's see. So we have 2 sponsors today I get to introduce you to. The first one is our cookie sponsor, which is Alan Schroep from Camp Bow Wow. But unfortunately, Alan had a family emergency, so he's not going to be with us today. But if you can all wave towards the camera in the back, he's watching us virtually. So hi, Alan, and thank everybody. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Alan. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, and he will get the coveted Cookie Monster badge at a later date, so don't worry. I know you were. So, and I'd also like to introduce our meeting sponsor, Kim Adair from the Arizona Bowl.
Hello, friends. Well, it's an exciting week in college football, am I right? Who's excited for this week? Not only will we find out where our terrific Wildcats will be heading on Sunday, but we'll also be finding out the teams for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl presented by Gin and Juice by Dre and Snoop. And I know you all have been such great supporters in the past, and I'm so grateful for you. Snoop was so excited by last year's game. He's really engaged, very enthusiastic about this year, and we have some really big surprises planned for this year. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go find your tickets for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. And many of you may not believe this, but this is actually our 10th anniversary. Can you believe it? The bowl has been around for 10 years. And in that time, we have donated over $6.5 million to charity and generated over $250 million in economic impact. So we are, yes, thank you. Let's go. We are a bowl created by this community, for this community, about this community. We are only as successful as you help make us successful, and so we are so grateful for all of the support over the years. I do want to thank the president of the university here today. Our biggest partner in this endeavor is the University of Arizona, which is why we selected today to sponsor. We couldn't do it without them, and we are so grateful for their partnership. And finally, there are some flyers on your table for more information about our game. Look forward to Sunday. We'll announce our teams. There are going to be 2 awesome teams here. And finally, I just want to thank you as Rotarians. Nothing uplifts me more than walking into this room on Wednesdays. You guys create so much love and joy for everybody here. And personally, from me, thank you so much for being so supportive of me and the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. We really, really appreciate all of you. Have a great lunch.
Thank you, Kim, and the Arizona Bowl. To introduce today's presentation, I want to introduce you to Cammie Evans, longtime Rotarian who works for Pima County in Rex Scott's office. So, welcome, Cammie.
Good morning. And as you've already heard, we're very clearly on a tight schedule, right? So I'm going to say diligently, everyone already read the bulletin and read everything about President Garamella, right? So we're going to go with that and say you want to hear what he has to say, not read about him or not hear what I have to read about him, right? So I'll just say I'm honored as a lifelong Wildcat and proud Rotarian to be here today. I also have my Arizona Bowl tickets, just FYI, challenge to you all. Yeah. And so I'll say I was honored to attend a really moving and impactful installation for you, and am equally honored to introduce him here today. And I'll just say, please give a warm Rotarian welcome to the 23rd President of the University of Arizona, Dr. Suresh Garamella.
This is a rowdy crowd. It's fantastic. All right. We need you all at the football games and the basketball games. Make a lot of noise. I love to see the red where I see it. I hope it's not just Christmas, that it's your bear down pride here. So really, the past month has been so wonderful, hasn't it? It's just, you mentioned a number of things, Dot, but we also had the repeat championship for the triathlon team, right? And so I think they deserve. They were champions last year, the champions again this year. Everything is coming out smelling roses, I guess. So we hope, roses sounds like Rose Bowl or something. But anyway, all right, fine. But really excited. That game, that particular game gave me more satisfaction than most other games. So felt really good. I was a little worried the first, 20 minutes or so. But I saw the governor there. She had one of those yellow shirts on. I told her she made the wrong choice. And I was right. So, great game. I hope you all watched it. And, the bowl, I think I know where it's going to be, but I'll let it come out. So, I'd like to see a lot of you there. So, thank you for having me here. It's always great to speak to an audience like this. And, my friend Rick Hundley's here, and if he's here, it must be an important thing to do. So I'm just really honored to be here, not only with you, but here in Tucson and in Arizona to lead this amazing university. I've known about it throughout my adult life. I've been a professor for about 40 years now, and always respected the University of Arizona. And I feel really that it's a blessing for me to assume the leadership role here. There's so much right about this institution. There's so much obviously right about this community. I think, a little bit we lost our way and we found it again. We're doing really well. So I just want to share a brief update with you on the University of Arizona. We're obviously the state's premier land grant institution. What that means is that we really care about our mission of service. Yes, we're an amazing research institution. We do great work that has impact on our farms and our healthcare and all of this. But we benefit people. We benefit the world. We take seriously our mission of service. And so, I think everyone at the university feels their responsibility to serve. And during my installation, and thanks, Cami, for being there, I sort of reflected on the saguaro cactus, which is obviously the most defining, feature of our Sonoran Desert ecosystem. And it's considered a keystone species for our region. And I likened it to the University of Arizona, and that the University of Arizona is a keystone institution for our state, because as goes the University of Arizona, so goes the state. And so really, our fortunes, our futures are interlinked. And in terms of being a keystone institution, I think of our role in helping our community thrive. Our people are exceptional. Our work is distinctive, and our purpose is rooted in service. And that's why I think of ourselves as a keystone institution. I want to start off by saying we're on solid ground. We are moving forward. We eliminated this budget deficit that you all heard about, 177 million or so. We started the new year, July 1st, with no deficit. We have a balanced budget, so stop worrying about it. Thank you. We're never going to lose our way financially again. Okay. So, and we did that at the same time that we offered raises to our staff and faculty. But more importantly, we kept our tuition for in-state students flat for a third year in a row. We just announced that the tuition for in-state Arizona undergrads will not increase for a third year in a row. And I think that's a very important part of our mission. Thank you. I love that thing. It makes good noise. Thank you. All right, do it again. Okay. So I think access and affordability for our students in the state is a very important, is a responsibility we take very seriously. We also had the best fundraising quarter in our history. So people are responding to our sort of strategic approach, to our having fixed things, and our donors coming back. And so I just want to share that we're in a good place, and our trajectory is going up. We have a great incoming class. We've focused on excellence. We want to bring in students that we think will retain, they'll graduate, they'll get jobs and be successful at the University of Arizona. And at the same time, we're doubling down on our access mission by building very strong partnerships with our community colleges. I don't know if there's anyone from Pima Community College or fantastic. So I've been so pleased and gratified that Pima and Cochise and AWC and also our tribal colleges are all sort of, they seem so anxious and eager to partner with us. So we're building pathway programs with them. I see nothing wrong with a student needing some extra, sort of needing to be close to their community, to go to a community college, spend a year or two there, and then move over to the U of A. We've always found that students who transfer over from community colleges actually retain and graduate at a much higher rate and are very successful. So we're continuing to build those partnerships. And we're also re-envisioning our online initiative so that that becomes more of an option for people across Arizona as well, and of course across the nation. And so Dot said that I'm heading to Yuma after this. And one thing we're doing there is that, and you may not have heard of this, we'll announce it tomorrow, so keep it to yourselves, but we're opening a branch campus, a medical center branch campus in Yuma, where we'll be training 30 MDs, 30 medical doctors right there. I don't know how much you track this, but one of the biggest challenges for the state is that we don't have primary health care in so many parts, rural parts of the state. What better way to ensure that some of these primary care physicians stay and work in Yuma and in other parts? We'll try to do something similar in other parts, rural parts of the state, because we've got a 3-year MD, it's an accelerated MD, so they'll be doing their clinical placements and their rotations in Yuma with Onvita Health, and we hope they stay there and provide the health care. So it's in many, many ways like this that we're hoping to affect the state for the better. I want to share with you that one secret to all of a university success, any large and complex institution success, is the leadership team that drives it. I think we had sort of a lot of interims and such in various roles. We now have a very strong leadership team. Some of you have met Patty Prelock, our provost. She's amazing. We've got a great vice president for research, Tomas Diaz de la Rubia. But everyone that we've brought in has done this job before. They're experienced. We're all aligned. We're all moving in the same direction. We're all following the same trajectory, the roadmap. So it's a really high-functioning team. And as you come to meet with these folks, I think you'll see that. Of course, Desiree Reed-Francois, that I had nothing to do with hiring, is one of our, the best parts of our leadership team. She's just been an amazing AD. It's not easy to be a woman in that role, and she's not only a great AD for us, but she's got a lot of leadership on the national scene. So really strong team, small team. When we balanced our budget, we did that by making most of the cuts to the center. We cut 22% in the central administration. My office was cut by 70%. And we kept the colleges as whole as possible, about 3% or so. So I think that was an important message from us. But so we have bold ambitions. We will definitely continue to shoot for excellence, but also for global leadership. So what's driving this? I really want to share with you that we're being very focused. We're returning to our core mission. And we're doing that by as a result of multiple conversations on campus that I led over several months, we came up with our strategic imperatives. We came up with 3 strategic imperatives. Think of that as our strategic plan. It's a 2-pager, so it's very easy to read. You can look it up. It's called Delivering on Our Promise, and it says 3 things. It's very easy to remember. I think most people on campus, even Mark Stegeman, who's here, remembers what those 3 are, right, Mark? So the first one, yes, right? Good. Student success, right? If we were not focused on the success of every student, then we wouldn't be a university. So that has to be our North Star. It has to be the most important thing we do. And what student success means to me is we bring in the right class, we retain them, we graduate them on time, we get them jobs, and that while they're with us, we give them opportunities for research internships in our labs, paid internships in companies. Please provide internships when you can. Study abroad opportunities. We just raised $20 million from a donor to support those students who couldn't afford to go study abroad. We didn't want it to be something only rich people do, so we'll triple our study abroad numbers in a short time. It's all of that. It's mental health. It's physical health. It's taking care of the students when they're on campus. So student success is a big part of our strategic imperatives. Patty Prelock, our provost, is leading that with all the deans, with obviously the rest of the staff. A second imperative is that we are an enormous research organization. We bring in $1 billion of research every year. And And we're among the top 20 public universities in the country for how much research we do, right? We've got 2 great medical schools. We work in agriculture and water and space and all of this that you know about. So we want to sort of double down on our strengths and continue to enhance areas like fusion energy and geothermal energy, where we can get a lot of clean energy. And if we have a lot of clean, affordable energy here in the state of Arizona, you know that it means we can have a lot of water, and it could truly change the trajectory of the state. We want to sort of support the national security for our nation through our space sciences and our optical science strengths. We want to look at AI. Everybody's looking at AI, but we want to study AI particularly as it can help with healthcare, with improving health outcomes, especially in our rural areas. We have a lot of work going on in that space. And a fourth area is in mining and sustainable minerals. So we're going to double down on all these 4 areas and grow them, of course, alongside our great work in arid region agriculture and water resources. We're number 1 in the nation in water resources. So don't believe everything anyone else claims to have number 1 space in. They're not right. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the third imperative is that we are going to be engaged with our community to create opportunity. And this is something that I'm particularly passionate about. My first role in administration was to lead the Office of Engagement at Purdue University. And so Extension used to report to me. Extension, cooperative extension has a very big part in that. We're in every one of the 15 counties, in the 22 tribes and such in the state. But we're also doing interesting things, like we have a 1-year MBA, we're a 3-year MD, so that we can train our graduates quicker to be out there and make a difference. And so this engagement mission, whether it be our healthcare, it's not just doctors, but it's nurses, it's physician assistants, it's DP, physical therapists, and all of this, but also our educators. It's the lawyers we put out into our community, and so how we serve our state with the workforce, attract jobs to Tucson and to Southern Arizona. Develop a workforce and contribute it with massive companies we have here, like Raytheon and Caterpillar and such. So all that is part of our engagement. That's part of our land grant mission, and so that's one of our 3 imperatives. A great example is Waisita in Yuma. It's not here, but Waisita is this amazing public-private partnership we have there, where we help them be like 13 to 14 times more efficient with the water than anywhere else in the country. And so with much less water, I think it's called crop per drop or something. There's a metric for that, and they do so much more. And of course, Yuma produces 90% of the wintergreens for the entire nation, and so we're supporting them there. So our programs are aligned with the state's needs. And so really my plea to all of you is, look for the University of Arizona to do better every day, help us shape our future, be part of our efforts, and partner with us wherever you can. So thank you very much for your enthusiasm, for all you've done for the university for all these years, but the best is yet to come. And we will work closely with you. If you have ideas for improvement and things, please get them to us. And so we look forward to partnering with you. The Rotary Club does amazing work for our community, and I am honored to be here. Thank you for having me here. And if there's a tradition of having a Q&A, I'm more than happy to answer some questions. Thank you.
While Dan is going around finding, so if you have a question, raise your hand. But in the meantime, those of us who are U of A alum, raise your hand.
Great. This is the Territorial Cup, people.
And he did mention the cap on tuition. So how many of us in here are paying for somebody else to become a U of A alum? So thank you for that. All right, question. Where are we? Who's first?
Over there.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Okay. Hi. Well, thank you for coming. And on the water conservation, hopefully it's not because anybody's cutting showers. So just saying that. Question and you may not know the answer to this, but just recently the nursing degree is no longer going to be classified as a professional degree. How does that operate with like the U of A?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. And for some of you who are not tracking this, the federal loan program, the Grad Plus program, it's quite a detail-oriented question here. The graduate students and professional degrees get access to a different pot of funding to support them. And there's a proposal. It's not final. It may or may not end up there. So I think we should watch where we're going with that. But if a nursing degree is no longer qualified as a professional degree, then the nursing students might have trouble with the cap on how much they can borrow. So that can be an issue. We're looking at it very carefully. We're watching that. We're working with our delegation and such. And we're trying to do what we can. There are state funds that can be deployed. We're looking at philanthropic funds to support that in those instances. It's also true of programs in arts, like the MFA program and things like that, which can be affected. So I think what changes come about, Pell Grants are typically for undergraduates, but there's the grad grants at the graduate level. It is an important consideration. We've been watching that carefully and trying to plan the best we can. More to come. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you for speaking to us today, and I personally think you've done a wonderful job navigating some difficult times. I'm a retired primary care physician. Thank you for increasing the medical students. The little truism we used to say is medical students go everywhere. Residents stay in the area they were trained. Are there plans to increase the number of resident slots?
So I don't know. So I'll find out. I guess this is for training MD students, and their clinical rotations will be in Yuma, and we might be doing that in other spots. But I assume that as we grow our MD program, maybe the residencies will increase too, and it all depends on we have a great partnership with Banner. We celebrated our 10th anniversary just about a month ago in Phoenix. Our relationship with Banner is stronger than it's ever been, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years about how to improve our engagement in cancer and some of the specialty areas we care about. So I think there's a lot more to expect from that partnership, and hopefully it's part of it is in the area you talk about. But thank you.
Question here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for being here and for what you've done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I've read that the interest from international students has fallen off. And if so, do you anticipate that affecting the tuition rates in-state going forward?
That's a great question. No one asked me that second part yet. So, I look. This is. I'm not going to sort of weigh in on politics here, but this country was built on immigrants, and they've done so well here. I hope that we continue to be a welcoming place for immigrants, especially students who are coming to be educated here, to either go back to their home countries and do well and be friends, or stay here and contribute to, you're speaking to one who did that. So I hope that this is a temporary hit to the sense of welcome that international students feel here. Now that said, very oddly, and you may not know this, the University of Arizona has about 3.5%, just over 3.5% of its undergraduate student population is international. So it's a very small international population. I'd like to grow it, but the impact of issues with visas and things isn't anywhere near as serious for us as many other universities, including some in Arizona. So the direct effect on our undergraduate population of the issue raised is quite small, and all I can say is, look, we've frozen tuition for in-state students for a third year. we will continue to prioritize affordability and access for our students. I'm not going to be predicting what happens into the future, but we'll do our best. At the same time, we will focus on financial sustainability and building for the future as well. But I'm fairly optimistic on the front that you raise. I think it's transitional, and it'll be a blip, and we'll move on, is my sense. So thank you.
Question here?
Yes, you go ahead. I've been waiting for a while, sir. You go, boy.
The Rotary spirit. Okay.
Well, he's a fighter pilot, though, so I should watch my words. And it's weird talking to you because you're like 6 feet away on a mic. This is for everybody else. So I run an arts organization here in town, and we've had great success with interns from the University of Arizona coming over and working with us through a great program that you have over there. And you mentioned about connections within the community. Is there like a space where you're purposely trying to create more programs for opportunities for interns in all sorts of different fields besides the obvious research and different things like that?
No, it's a great question. Thank you for your partnership on that. Look, Arizona Arts is such a defining feature of the University of Arizona, just like Arizona Athletics, right? These were two big things that I noticed even from a distance. And we've got a great new dean of arts. I was just at a faculty breakfast this morning, and the person who sat next to me is an opera singer. She came from the community to work for us. Anyway, so if your question is about, are there areas we want to grow internships in? The answer is yes. Every area you could possibly offer internships in. I think students learn so much in a research internship, or a study abroad, or a practitioner internship, that we will not turn any such opportunities away. Any area, any industry, even NGOs and sort of service learning kind of opportunities are more than welcome. So we will take any opportunities come our way. And I don't think there'll ever be too many. So please continue to work with our students. I mean, AZPM and our newspapers and all this sort of stuff. Anyone who wants to work with our interns is welcome, and we'll do our best to work with them. So thank you. The fighter pilot.
Yeah, retired fighter pilot. You mentioned it just a second ago about athletics, and it seems like there's a race to who can spend the most amount of money on athletics. If there is a plan, how does the University of Arizona plan to maintain athletics in that type of environment while maintaining your other pillars of strategic planning?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. It's not an easy question, because if I were running the NCAA, this is not how I would run it. I think the future of athletics in this country, collegiate athletics, is in flux. I think so much is changing so quickly with the name, image, likeness, with the revenue share and things like this, that things have yet to stabilize. I think things are changing every day. Strange coaches are being hired in strange places, whatever. But so I don't think it's healthy for athletics to have, we used to follow teams. I followed a team, and I knew those students for 4 years, and I knew coaches for a while. We developed, a love for these kids and stuff. And if it becomes just a mercenary thing, I think it just changes the nature of athletics. That said, as I said, Desiree has been such an amazing athletic director. She inherited a relatively kind of complicated situation financially with athletics as well, and she's brought great order to it. She has effectively balanced the budget in athletics, which was not an easy feat. So we're going to be very careful with our investments in athletics. Of course, we want to be competitive, but it has to be balanced. In some ways, athletics is the front door to the university and all that. All of you love athletics. I do. On the other side, it can't be the sort of driver for what we do. Student success will always be our North Star. Student athletes are part of that too, and we want to support them. We do support them. And the research we do is so important to the state and our community engagement. So it is an important balance. I'm hoping that there's some wisdom that comes into this this somewhat currently crazy race to the bottom. But we will continue to thrive, I think, on both fronts, and we'll do that carefully. So
We have 2 more questions if you have time, sir. 2 more questions?
okay. Well, I will take 2 short questions. Maybe we'll hear both questions
Well, I'm
first
not
and
sure
then
how
I'll-
short this is going to be, but speaking of Banner, you're an institution that turns out graduates in every field that would be needed to run a healthcare system, yet it's been outsourced to a company, Banner, who also has a profit motive on top of it. So I'm a little bewildered as to why they could do a better job than the people who we're training to do those jobs at our university.
It's a long question, so I will, and the answer is going to be, needs a longer answer. But honestly, there are as many models for an affiliation or a partnership between a university medical center and a health network as there are universities. It works differently in different places. There's a lot of history to this that you probably know better than I do. I've been here a year. I understand we were not doing well for a while, and the partnership with Banner has stabilized resources and stuff. Banner is a not-for-profit organization as far as I can tell. So the partnership is in really good shape, and I think we have a very good understanding of our strengths and theirs, and I think it's a very collaborative and cooperative arrangement. The affiliation agreement is working well. So I think the important thing is to improve upon it and keep moving forward and not go backwards, I think. But there's one more question.
Hi. In regards to reaching out to the community, university has the license to 6 television stations and 5 radio stations and has 0 university content. Is there a reason for that, or has anybody ever thought about it?
I hadn't, so I will take it away. And I didn't even know about this. AZPM obviously is a big, something I listen to all the time and support. It was Giving Tuesday yesterday, I think. So so I think AZPM is a great organization, and I'm proud of it. And we house them, as you know. I don't know about the rest of it, so I'll look into it. And so great. Thank you all very much. Thanks for having me here.
President Garamello has signed a book for our our Make Way for Books library, and it's called Mahalia Mouse Goes to College. And you know what? He already knew about this book. He did. He's already read it. So there you go. So thank you, President Garamello. Okay, now we're going to pretend we just started because where's Gordy? Gordy Stewart? There he is. Okay, so Gordy is going to do our inspiration for the moment. So, welcome, Gordy.
Thank you. In light of the latest Rotary magazine, The Happiness Issue, I wanted to talk about one of the most powerful tools that we have, laughter. Think about it. Laughter's free, it's contagious, and unlike a gym membership, we all actually use it. Laughter is magical. It lowers stress, boosts our mood, and burns calories, which means technically, even laughing at bad jokes is a form of exercise. So really, we're all elite athletes here today. And in Rotary, laughter does something special. It connects us. It turns meetings into moments, strangers into friends, and challenges into opportunities. In Rotary, where we tackle big challenges, a shared laugh is like WD-40 for the soul. It loosens us up, smooths the rough edges, and helps everything move a little easier. So as we continue serving our community, let us lead with a smile, sprinkle in some humor, and remember that sometimes the best way to make the world a better place is simply to laugh together.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gordy, with First Digital Telecom. Thank you. And now we all know Dan Kalm, who's going to introduce people.
There you go. Well, I feel like we're on the backside of the program, like the caboose is in front of the engine. It's kind of weird. First of all, TJ, where are you? Raise your hand. How many people did the tour to Tucson? Best race, had a great time. TJ, thank you. So, all right. So, most people think about, we're here, and we'll talk about membership in a bit. There's a lot of guests and people here. We're not going to introduce everybody because there's so many people here. But the question I have is, when you're part of a club or an organization, at what point does it become family? We just got done with Thanksgiving, family time, all that kind of stuff that went on. If you're here and you've never visited us before, this is our family. If you've never been to a Rotary meeting of Tucson, would you please stand up so we can welcome you? One, there. All right. If you're a guest and you have been here before and you're not a member, I want you to stand up so we can attack you and get you a membership packet. So if you've been here before and you're a guest, would you please stand up? Why are you not part of this family? And then the last person I want to say hi to is John Duvall's over at the hospital at Banner. And John, wishing you a speedy recovery and out of the hospital hopefully today. So John, wherever you are there hanging out, welcome, welcome.
Go. And we've also got John Duvall watching and Alan Schroep. So next we have birthdays. So on, let's see, October 30th, Miss Judy Kage's birthday. And Judy's in healthcare management, retired from healthcare management, I should say. And healthcare, one of the things you talk about in healthcare is blood, and she bleeds red and blue, right? Yeah. And she's an Arizona alumni ×2. So welcome and happy birthday, Judy Kage.
I think that I am, except for Joni Condit and Nina Trasoff, that in terms of women in this club, that I've been a member longer than anybody except those two, which means that I have to thank you guys for over 30 years of membership in this club. And I want to thank you for more than 30 years of great programs, wonderful friendships, countless opportunities to serve our community. And I was asked to answer the question about when did I first know I was a Rotarian. Well, I have to tell you that was a really difficult question for me because I'm getting older and my memory has a hard time going back 30 plus years. The only thing I could really think of is that I knew I was a Rotarian when Katie Dusenberry was elected the first woman president of this club. So I thank you again. I love this club. I think we do a great job at realizing our motto, service to self, and it's been a pleasure being a part of you for all these years. Thank you.
And have some dessert. Next up would otherwise be Alan Schroep, but as mentioned earlier, he's not here. So what we're going to do is on the count of 3, we're all going to say happy birthday, Alan, and wave at the camera in the back, and then we'll have him up here when he's back. So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Alan. Greg Durnan is here, and he's with Acacia IT. And in high school, he was not only on the football team for Saguaro. Any Saguaro alums here? Sorry, all right, we got one over there, okay. He was also, however, a break dancer. So come say happy birthday to Greg.
So quick, I have a shout out and a challenge. Challenge first. When did I know I was Rotarian? When I came into the room and I saw so many people that I already knew. Okay, so my challenge is reach out to your friends and associates that you know that would be perfect fits for this group, because it's a fantastic group, okay? And they would benefit from it just like we do. So, shout out, Ricky. Beginning of the football season, you said, they're going to have a great season. I was looking at whether or not I was going to renew my season tickets. I did. You called it, man. It's awesome. Oh, and Dot, I got a couple checks for you. Both for the Rotary and for the Rotary Foundation.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Greg. And last but certainly not least, with the birthday on Christmas Day, so he's all of our Christmas present, is Kevin Boyle, who is an amazing knowledge and consultant on food service issues. And so, but what people don't know about him is he's a collector of many things, an antique collectible dealer for over 30 years, so I think he's collecting most of us. So, come on, Kevin, you want to say something?
Thank you. I am collecting, and I'm collecting friends in this organization. So I wanted to thank you for welcoming me into the group and for letting me experience what you've been experiencing, many of you, for years. Community was mentioned earlier, and that's what I feel this is. It's a community that gives back, a lot of like-minded people that are wanting to give back to Tucson and to the world with the polio situation and all that. So thank you, and I'm glad we don't take a Q&A today when we're up here. Thanks.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. So one of the fun things that we do is when people become members, they get red badges. So if you look around, you'll see some of the red badgers. Raise your hands here. All right, so we got a couple of people with red badges, and once they go through the Rotary training, then they get blue badges. So today we get 2 blue badge presentations. So Ken Light, where are you? Ken. And Joe Danishevsky, where are you guys? Here comes Joe. Where's Ken? Oh, there's Ken. All right, so Ken is going to present to Kevin. So come on up here.
Do you want me to stand up? Is that what you just said?
I would never say that to you, Ken.
Did you want me to come down there, Ken?
All right. Woo, look at that athleticism there.
I am proud to present Kevin Boyle his blue badge. And I want to read from what Kevin told me I should say. What he really appreciates most was meeting all of you. He also enjoyed working with the car show, behind the scenes with the food, selling tickets, and packing food for the community food bank. He likes our guest speakers, and he wanted to express a particular appreciation to Mitch Pizik and Chuck Sawyer for their assistance in helping him get from point A to today. Congratulations, Kevin. Here's your blue badge. I'll take your red one.
Do I get to say anything?
No, you don't get to say anymore. We're on time.
Thank you. All right, and Joe Danishevsky.
And Luis Hernandez.
And Luis, there he is. Mr. GQ.
Come on up. You go first. Luis hit the ground running as a new member and really was all over the place doing great things in our Rotary Club. And he has done all the requirements for his red badge. Let's hear it for Luis.
Blue badge, Joe. Blue badge.
Here you go.
Well, I just want to thank everyone. One of my favorite things about Rotary is the meaning of our logo. It's how we are the center for Tucson for a lot of nonprofits and how we give back to the community. It just makes things happen in Tucson. I was at Winers and Diners, thanks to Mark and Rick Rexon who invited me. And I was happy to see so many of us there, and we are an elemental part of Tucson, and there's a lot more that we can make happen here in Tucson. Let's make it a great town. Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, where is he? All right, and now we get to hear from Mr. State Farm himself, Dan Combe.
Well, Jake was busy, so you got B. But I am wearing khakis. So, unusual. Yeah, thank you. Exactly, Cliff. So Dr. Garamella, I had him pull the ticket before we could get started and or make things faster. 291 990 291 990.
Where's Diana?
Yeah, Diana can't win. We didn't let her buy tickets. 29 who? All right, Libby. I got $75 for you. It's the 5 of diamonds, so you did not win the big pot, but you won the small pot. So, and next, I have a slide. Way to go. All right, there we go. So, Ralph, are you here?
Ralph Phillips.
There you go, Ralph.
Stay standing.
Ralph, stand up. Come on, let's go. Stand next to Ken Light. You'll seem taller. Sorry, Ken. All right, Ralph is a way to go. There's Ralph, and I think that's his first year in '85 crossing the Rito River, or Santa Cruz, sorry. And then he redesigned the route so that you didn't have to go through the water anymore. And now for 20 years, Big Al and he have been calling the race, right? Anything you want to say real quick? All right. Way to go, Ralph. Thank you. All right, next slide, Jim. All right, so way to go. So I talked to my buddy, Chris Edwards, this morning, and Chris was unable to be here. But Rotary, for the 17th year, got the highest accreditation of being the best, one of the best charities in the entire world to support. That's amazing. Way to go, Rotary. So I got Chris Edwards' blessing to do something that Chris Edwards typically only does. And we're going to do the wave. We're going to start over here. We're going to do a Rotary wave across and then back. And I'm sure I won't do it as good as Chris, but it's, you know, it's baby steps. So we'll go from there. So here we go. Way to go, Rotary. Let's start the wave. Here we go. Ready? Way, yeah. All right, and back. All right. There we go. I'm coming back. All right, you guys did pretty good. Maybe it's not as hard as I thought it was. Huh? I'm not that talented. I can't film it and have people do it.
I think our rating came at like 94%, which is really good. So, yay, Rotary from the Charity Navigator. Events. We have a lot of events and projects, so they're printed out on your tables, they're in the newsletter, and they're also on the screen. So we have a lot coming up, including golf and hiking. Next week is an EAT, events around town, so there's some invitations to that we'll show in a second here, I think. All right, and next, red badge selfies. So we talked about the red badges before, and is Rob here? Rob, same? Well, he doesn't have to be here. We're going to see him up there. Because I think he's on every single one. So the first one we've got, let's see who's that. Rob and L. L is here somewhere. Oh, there he is. L's in the back there. Thank you. Is that when you took the picture? All right. And then we have Rob and Joe Danishevsky. And then we have Rob and Leo Litsky. And next one is Rob and Carol Saylor. And then, no Rob same, but it's Lori Schroeder, Jim Lubinsky, and Rob Lemaster. So I think that it's going to be a problem for our red badge selfies when when Rob gets his blue badge. So I don't know, I think we should let him get his blue badge. Just keep him on the red. Okay, now here we go. This is the events around town for next week. So on the 10th, so there's so far 3. So Vicki and Marcia are going to have the women's group meet at Kingfisher. Glenn and Bobby at the Bashful Bandit. Anybody in here like barbecue? If you've never been, for all you carnivores, that's the place to go. And Bruce Jacobs and Curtis are at Vivace. So you have your choice of those 3 places. And if there's someplace on here or someplace that's not on here that you'd like to have lunch with your buds, call Dorita and we'll get you set up. So it's always fun. How many of you have been to a EAT event so far? Most everybody. So you know, they're great. Save your calendars for our holiday mixer on Thursday, December 11th at George Larson's Car Cave. How many of you have been to George Larson's Car Cave? Yeah, so you know. A good time will be had by all. So please sign up on the website for our holiday mixer. Next, let's see, 2 weeks from now at our lunch meeting, we will be voting on the incoming board members. So we've got 6 of them. Oh, there we go. Okay. So there's 6 people. So take a look at the screen and then think about that for the next 2 weeks because we'll be voting at the 17th. And these are the people, we're going to elect 3 people who are going to come on the board starting next year. So John Duvall, Eric Lamb, Tom Moulton, Cammie Evans, Tom McKinney, and Bill Tong. So thank you all for being considered. And the rest of you, thank you all for considering. So. In our effort to help promote events and projects that are being done by other Rotary clubs, I was really excited about this one, and I thought you might be too. The Rotary Club of Wilcox has a global grant. This is their 3rd year, and they are sending books to Tajikistan to help those people learn English. So we'll have more details in our newsletter, or if you read Impact, no, let me rephrase that, or when you read Impact, you'll see more information about that as well. This program is focused on kids from 2nd grade through about age 35, 40. And so if you have gently used books that you would like to contribute, they need to be A, non-political, B, non-religious, C, non-sexual. So when I say they want adult books, it's the not sexual adult book kind, okay? So just saying. we
Hey, Dot, Tom Moulton said he can't donate anything.
There's also a link if you just want to call Amazon and have Amazon ship the books to Wilcox. And also, I have it on good authority from David Lex that PacMail will ship any books that you guys donate. We'll ship them to Wilcox at no cost. So if you have some books you want to donate, then bring them on in. And if you'd like to go on the website and make a contribution of books or money, that would be great. It's a really fun project, and the pictures are kind of little, but they do show people in Tajikistan with the books that the Wilcox Club has sent them. So it's a really cool project, so I hope you can support that too. Now it's back to Mr. Dan Kalm.
All right, we got Family Feud going on. For all of you who wondered why you're in Rotary, so Alan came up with this. Alan is not able to be here today from a family emergency, but I thought it was pretty creative, so I stepped in for it. So let's go. Well, here we go. This is the top 5 reasons to be a Rotary member if you're not already. Okay, number 1, service above self. You get to do something better for the community. Oh, I'm sorry, I went backwards. Great programs and speakers. Sorry, I looked at it wrong. I really feel like I belong on the game show now. All right, number 4, to make new remarkable friends and business contacts. Okay, right? Number 3, get involved in the community. Everybody likes to get involved in the community. Number 2, be a positive influence in Tucson and in the world. Luis just said that with his blue badge. Good job, Luis. You got number 2. And number 1 reason to be a member of Rotary, be a part of something bigger and more powerful than yourself. Be a force for good. So those are the top 5 great reasons to be a Rotary member. If you're not a Rotarian and you'd like to get to be a Rotarian, talk to one of us that has the badge or come to the table and get a packet. I will help you do paperwork. I promise.
Thank you. Okay, so on your tables, I should have one up here somewhere. Well, on your tables are blue cups, so some of you at tables, grab a blue cup and hold it up since I don't have one up here. All right. Oh, all right. Thank you. So, as you know, we donate to scholarships for students at Pima College and at the U of A. So please, you can make contribution or the little QR code there. So we make it very easy to separate you from your money. So you can use your cell phone, click on the QR code, and you can contribute to scholarships. So through here you can do Pima College and U of A scholarships, and remember the end of the year's coming up. And also keep in mind TRVFA, the Rotary Vocational Fund of Arizona, that pays for certificate programs so around the state. And so that is a statewide project, and I was on that committee for several years, and we really do a lot of good for a lot of people. Dan.
Hey, Dot, Jody won the small pot, and donated it all back to the scholarship cups today.
All right, Libby.
Libby, I'm sorry.
Libby Lentz. Libby Lentz from? Yeah. Go ahead.
Pima Medical Institute.
There we go. Libby Lentz, Pima Medical. Thank you, thank you. Tammy.
I was just going to say, since Banner was mentioned so many times today, note that the CEO is speaking in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Allison Flynn Gaffney, thank you, is going to be our speaker in 2 weeks. So, yes, so yeah, those of you who are interested in Banner, and even if you're not, come. Thank you. Let's see, where are we here? Okay, so scholarships. So contribute to Pima College, to the U of A, and to TRVFA, and it's deductible. Okay, so happy birthday, Judy, Greg, and Kevin, and Alan. And thank you to Kim Adair and the Arizona Bowl for sponsoring this whole lunch. So thank you. And another thanks to Alan for being the cookie sponsor. Your badge is waiting for you. Congratulations, Kevin and Luis, on getting your blue badge. And thank you to President Garamello for speaking today. We all appreciate that. And next week, no lunch meeting here, lunch meetings around town. So join your buds and have lunch. Our holiday mixer, add that to your calendars on Thursday, December 11th at the George Larson Car Cave. And again, our next lunch meeting will be here on the 17th. Bobby will be running that meeting because there's several of us that are going to be in Senegal getting set up and getting started with the global grant that we're going to do there. And so at the meeting on the 17th, as Cammie mentioned, Allison Flynn Gaffney, who is the CEO of Banner Healthcare, will be here. And I don't know, Elle, about the time zone difference, but we will be watching, although I don't know it'll be at the same time or not. Was it 3 a.m. there when we're having lunch here? Something like that. So we'll watch a little bit later after we've had breakfast. So we're going to wrap up early. So put that in the early meeting bank here, and Gordy is going to give us a toast and send us on our way.
Just have 3 words. Live, love, and laugh.
Here, here. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Yes.
Probably collect cookies for Kevin or Alan. Always good.
Thanks, Dot.
I forgot to say, I will get you a check for. I left my purse in the car with the check. Oh, no worries. That was.
No worries. All right. I'll meet you at the end down here. Pick this up here.